Hello and welcome to the channel, and welcome back to all the friends of the capital. Please ensure that you do click the subscribe button in support of this channel and help us grow. Now guys, let's talk about the aftermath of Donald Trump 2.0. He is coming back with a lot of 2.0s. The first 2.0 rather is colonization 2.0. We see him going for Gaza, Greenland, and obviously jokingly mentioned Canada as well. And is that where South Africa is heading with all of this propaganda going on? All right, so it's giving guys, we must just talk about all of this, and let's talk about also the white South Africans are still going on and on. But let's talk about it, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up as we look at this further. Kushushu, guys, we are being cooked as South Africa, literally. From every side, it is a testing moment for South Africa and a testing moment for Cyril Ramaphosa's leadership, because really right now it is either they fold or they renegotiate. I'm sure he's asking himself, what is happening? I thought white people were for me. This is the first time he gets so much backlash from the white community. He has always been the darling, and Jacob Zuma was the bad guy. Well, in his tenure, he got a lot of protest and backlash. But for Cyril, this is the first time. So now, when Donald Trump took power earlier on, when he was getting inaugurated and signing all those orders, South Africans, black and white, were cheering him on and saying, you see, there's a decisive president. We didn't know that tides would turn and we would be on the receiving end as South Africa, because right now South Africa has just been dealt another digital blow by the US just after the Trump one, where he went on. I've put the tweet here and what he had said here on screen, and now we get another blow after that backlash that we got as South Africa. Here is another one that now the Secretary of State Marco Rubio is not looking forward to coming to the G20. I'm not going to say he's not coming because it's still early days. At the moment, he went to Twitter and announced this. You know, this announcement alone is a blow to the G20, because it just shows that they have no confidence in South Africa. And I wonder, is there a way that South Africa can also launch a counter campaign around this, or even sue them for defamation of character? Because we thought that, okay, now that Trump had turned his attention and he is there entertaining Gaza and Israel and trying to make it another colony of the US, that okay, we have a chance to breathe and focus on the sauna that is taking place. That is the State of the Nation address that we are waiting for with bated breath this time. Hopefully the EFF will behave, or the MKP, but let's leave that one for now. Let's come back to this topic of Trump and his administration. So we thought that, okay, now that they have shifted their focus, we can breathe. They came out swinging. They came out swinging at us, coming with another de-campaigning of South Africa. It now puts South Africa in a really bad light if the world powers, that is the USA, does not want to be associated with you or even come to your country for the G20. Okay, because then it just makes the other smaller economies think, okay, so then what are we doing there then? So meaning now South Africa will have to really campaign to make sure that they get heads of state of the other members. So now let's look at who is part of this G20. So the G20 members are Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Republic of Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, obviously us, South Africa, Turkey, the United Kingdom, the United States, and the African Union and the European Union. So already by him saying this, making this announcement, you can already see the countries that might follow him that are pro-Western policies. The good thing is that South Africa is not the only chair they are chairing with the African Union. So I would suggest, I don't know, you guys can also just make recommendations as well, that South Africa should move most of these meetings out of South Africa, like not host them in Johannesburg, because he has already decampaigned Johannesburg. So they should shift the meeting from Johannesburg to Cape Town, number one, and then they should host other meetings outside in the AU areas, such as your Tanzanias or in the AU head in Ethiopia, and have it there. So in that way, it's giving Africa developed economies rather than in your Kenyas, so that it's not just a South Africa thing, even though South Africa is chairing, so that the G20 can continue. I don't know, let's see what their strategy is.
Whenever the oppressor looks at something like equality, it suddenly becomes oppression of him. So fuck Elon Musk, fuck these idiots from Afriforum. So this whole railing against South Africa, I'm going to add one more point. South Africans, on the whole, all of us, we are very, very resilient people. As a country, we have gone through a great deal, both in terms of the early part and then the transition from the apartheid era to genuine multicultural democracy. And whatever Trump throws at us, we can handle it, because we've been through far, far worse in our history.
Question for Afriforum. Give us the definition of treason. Let me show you. Treason under South African law, as defined by the Riotous Assemblies Act 17 of 1956, among other statutes, includes acts like attempting to overthrow the government by force or violence, assisting any enemy of war with the Republic of South Africa, instigating foreign intervention in internal affairs with intentions to harm the state. But the one thing I wanted to highlight, people need to recognize Afriforum represents 315,000 paying members. They do not represent all white South Africans. They do not even represent all white Afrikaans-speaking South Africans.
And then we are getting now more calls for Afriforum to be charged with possible treason. Another 2.0, we've heard people being charged of treason before, and it was way back in apartheid. Now, and then finally, we're going to just talk about another 2.0. Actually, this is state capture 2.0, because Cyril Ramaphosa was reported to have made a call to Elon Musk. And people are asking, excuse me, why are you talking to the billionaire of another country about matters of
diplomatic officials?
All right, so it's giving, guys, we must just talk about all of this, and let's talk about also the white South Africans are still going on and on. But let's talk about it, guys. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video.